Hello, welcome to Engineering Tuitions. This is the second session of the subject, and this is the overview of the topics that we are going to discuss today in this session, which includes DSBSC and SSBSC along with their generation and detection techniques. Okay, so let's get started the today's session. In the previous session, we discussed about amplitude modulation. So if you not watched that video, then click on I button and watch it. In the process of amplitude modulation, the modulated wave consists of the carrier wave and two sidebands. The modulated wave has the information only in the sidebands. Sideband is nothing but a band of frequencies containing power, which are in the lower and higher frequencies of the carrier frequency. The transmission of a signal which contains a carrier along with the two sidebands can be termed as double sideband full carrier system or simply DSB-FC. As it is plotted here, consisting of lower sideband and upper sideband and a position of carrier in the middle of them. However, such a transmission is inefficient because 2/3 of the power is being wasted in the carrier which carries no information. If this carrier is suppressed and the saved power is distributed to the two sidebands, then such a process is called as double sideband suppressed carrier, or simply DSB-SC. It is plotted here in which lower sideband and upper sideband are present and at the position of carrier no carrier is present. Let us consider the same mathematical expression for modulating and carrier signals as we have considered in the earlier chapter. Is that modulating signal mt is equal to am cos 2 pi fmt, carrier signal ct is equal to ac cos 2 pi fct. Mathematically, we can represent the equation of DSB-SC wave as the product of modulating and carrier signals. st is equal to mt into ct. Substituting the values of mt and ct in this equation, we get st is equal to am ac cos 2 pi fmt into cos 2 pi fct. Now bandwidth of DSB-SC wave. We know the formula of bandwidth is equals to fmax minus fminimum. So fmax is equals to fc plus fm and fminimum is equals to fc minus fm. Substituting fmax and fminimum values in the bandwidth formula, we get bandwidth is equals to fc plus fm minus of fc minus fm. So bandwidth is equals to twice of fm. Thus the bandwidth of DSB-SC wave is same as that of AM wave and it is equal to twice the frequency of the modulating signal. Power calculation of DSB-SC wave. Power of DSB-SC wave is equal to the sum of powers of upper sideband and lower sideband frequency components. So PT is equals to PUSB plus PLSB. We know the standard formula for power of cos signal is equals to Vrms square upon R, and we know that Vrms is equals to Vm upon root 2. So putting Vrms is equals to Vm upon root 2, we get P is equals to Vm upon root 2 whole square upon R. So we get upper sideband power as PUSB is equals to Am square AC square upon 8R. Similarly, we will get the lower sideband power same as that of upper sideband power. Now let us add these two sideband powers in order to get the power of DSB-SC wave. So after adding, we get PT is equals to Am square AC square upon 4R. Therefore, the power required for transmitting DSB-SC wave is equal to the power of both the sidebands. Now generation of DSB-SC. Let us discuss about the modulators which generate DSB-SC wave. The following two modulators generate DSB-SC wave: balance modulator and ring modulator. Balance modulator. Following is the block diagram of the balance modulator. Balance modulator consists of two identical AM modulators. These two modulators are arranged in a balanced configuration in order to suppress the carrier signal. Hence, it is called as balance modulator. The same carrier signal Ct is equal to AC cos 2 pi fct is applied as one of the inputs to these two AM modulators. The modulating signal Mt is applied as another input to the upper AM modulator. Whereas modulating signal MT with opposite polarity is that minus MT is applied as another input to the lower AM modulator. Output of the upper AM modulator is S1T is equal to AC 1 plus KAMT into cos 2 pi FCT, and the output of the lower AM modulator is S2T is equal to AC 1 minus KAMT into cos 2 pi FCT. We get the DSB-SC wave ST by subtracting S2T from S1T. The summer block is used to perform this operation. S1T with positive sign and S2T with negative sign are applied as input to summer block. Thus, the summer block produces an output ST, which is the difference of S1T and S2T. So, ST is equal to twice of AC KAMT cos 2 pi FCT. We know the standard equation of DSB-SC wave is ST is equal to AC MT cos 2 pi FCT, and this AC cos 2 pi FCT is the carrier. By comparing the output of summer block with the standard equation of DSB-SC wave, we will get the scaling factor as 2Ka. Now ring modulator. Following is the block diagram of the ring modulator. In this diagram, the four diodes D1, D2, D3 and D4 are connected in the ring structure. Hence, this modulator is called as the ring modulator. Two center tape transformers are used in this diagram. The message signal MT is applied to the input transformer, whereas the carrier signal CD is applied between the two center tape transformers. For positive half cycle of the carrier signal, the diodes D1 and D3 are switched on, and the other two diodes D2 and D4 are switched off. In this case, the message signal is multiplied by +1. For negative half cycle of the carrier signal, the diodes D2 and D4 are switched on, and the other two diodes D1 and D3 are switched off. In this case, the message signal is multiplied by -1. This results in 180-degree phase shift in the resulting DSB-SC wave. From the above analysis, we can say that the four diodes D1, D2, D3 and D4 are controlled by the carrier signal. Now detection of DSB-SC. The process of extracting an original signal from DSB-SC wave is known as detection or demodulation of DSB-SC. The following demodulator is used for demodulating DSB-SC wave. The coherent detector. In coherent detector, the same carrier signal which is used for generating DSB-SC signal is used to detect the message signal. Hence, this process of detection is called as coherent or synchronous detection. Following is the block diagram of the coherent detector. In this process, the message signal can be extracted from DSB-SC wave by multiplying it with a carrier having the same frequency and the phase of the carrier used in DSB-SC modulation. The resulting signal is then passed through a low pass filter. Output of this filter is the desired message signal. Let the DSB-SC wave be ST is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT into MT. The output of the local oscillator is CD is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT plus phi, where phi is the phase difference between the local oscillator signal and the carrier signal, which is used for DSB-SC modulation. From the figure, we can write the output of product modulator as Vt is equal to St into Ct. Substituting St and Ct values in the above equation, we get Vt is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT into Mt into AC cos 2 pi FCT plus phi. On further simplifying this equation, we get Vt is equal to AC square by 2 cos phi Mt plus AC square by 2 cos 4 pi FCT plus phi into Mt. In the above equation, the first term is the scaled version of the message signal. It can be extracted by passing the above signal through a low pass filter. Therefore, the output of low pass filter is V0 t is equal to AC square by 2 cos phi Mt. The demodulated signal amplitude will be maximum when phi is equal to 0 degree. That's why the local oscillator signal and the carrier signal should be in phase. Is that there should not be any phase difference between these two signals. The demodulated signal amplitude will be minimum when phi is equal to plus minus 90 degree. Is that the output of the low pass filter becomes 0, and this is known as quadrature null effect. Now SSB-SC modulation. Till now we have discussed DSB-SC modulation and demodulation. The DSB-SC modulated signal has two sidebands. Since the two sidebands carry the same information, there is no need to transmit both sidebands. We can eliminate one sideband. The process of suppressing one of the sidebands along with the carrier and transmitting a single sideband is called as single sideband suppressed carrier system, or simply SSB-SC. It is plotted as shown in the following figure. The carrier and the lower sideband are suppressed. Hence, the upper sideband is used for transmission. Similarly, we can suppress the carrier and the upper sideband while transmitting the lower sideband. This SSB-SC system, which transmits a single sideband, has higher power as the power allotted for both the carrier and the other sideband is utilized in transmitting this single sideband. Mathematical expression. Let us consider the same mathematical expression for the modulating and carrier signal as we have considered in the earlier chapter. Is that modulating signal mt is equal to Am cos 2 pi fmt and carrier signal ct is equal to AC cos 2 pi fct. Mathematically, we can represent the equation of SSB-SC wave as St is equal to Am AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc plus fmt and St is equal to Am AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc minus fmt for the lower sideband. Now applying the formula of cos A plus B or cos A minus B, we get St is equal to Am AC by 2 cos 2 pi fct into cos 2 pi fmt minus plus AC Am by 2 sin 2 pi fct into sin 2 pi fmt. Here minus sign in this expression is for the upper sideband and plus sign is for the lower sideband. Bandwidth of SSB-SC wave. We know that the DSB-SC modulated wave contains two sidebands and its bandwidth is twice of FM. Since the SSB-SC modulated wave contains only one sideband, its bandwidth is half of the bandwidth of DSB-SC modulated wave. Is that bandwidth of SSB-SC modulated wave is equal to twice of FM upon 2. Therefore, the bandwidth of SSB-SC modulated wave is FM and is equal to the frequency of the modulating signal. Power calculation of SSB-SC wave. Consider the following equation of SSB-SC modulated wave. St is equal to Am AC by 2 into cos 2 pi fc plus fmt for the upper sideband and St is equal to Am AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc minus fmt for the lower sideband. Power of SSB-SC wave is equal to the power of any one sideband frequency component. Therefore, Pt is equal to PUSB is equal to PLSB. We know that the standard formula for power of cos signal is P by R is equal to Vm upon root 2 whole square upon R. In this case, the power of the upper sideband is PUSB is equal to Am AC upon twice of under root 2 whole square upon R. We get Am square AC square upon 8R. Similarly, we will get the lower sideband power same as that of the upper sideband power. PLSB is equal to Am square AC square by 8R. Therefore, the power of SSB-SC wave is Pt is equals to PUSB equals to PLSB is equal to Am square AC square upon 8R. Now generation of SSB-SC wave. Let us discuss about the modulator which generates the SSB-SC wave. We can generate SSB-SC wave using the following two methods, that is frequency discrimination method and phase discrimination method. Firstly, we will discuss here frequency discrimination method. The following figure shows the block diagram of SSB-SC modulator. Discrimination method. In this method, first we will generate DSB-SC wave with the help of the product modulator. Then apply this DSB-SC wave as an input of band pass filter. The band pass filter produces an output which is SSB-SC wave. Select the frequency range of band pass filter as the spectrum of the desired SSB-SC wave. This means the band pass filter can be tuned to either upper sideband or lower sideband frequency to get the respective SSB-SC wave having upper sideband or lower sideband. Now phase discrimination method. The following figure shows a block diagram of SSB-SC modulator using phase discrimination method. This block diagram consists of two product modulators, two -90° phase shifters, one local oscillator and one summer block. The product modulator produces an output which is the input. The -90° phase shifter produces an output which has a phase lag of -90° with respect to the input. The local oscillator is used to generate the carrier signal. Summer block produces an output which is either the sum of the two inputs or the difference of two inputs based on the polarity of inputs. The modulating signal AM cos 2 pi FMT and the carrier signal AC cos 2 pi FCT are directly applied as input to the upper product modulator. So the upper product modulator produces an output which is the product of these two inputs. The output of upper product modulator is S1T, which is equal to AM AC cos 2 pi FMT into cos 2 pi FCT. The modulating signal AM cos 2 pi FMT and the carrier signal AC cos 2 pi FCT are phase shifted by -90° before applying as the input to the lower product modulator. So the lower product modulator produces an output which is the product of these two inputs. The output of lower product modulator is S2T is equal to AMAC cos 2 pi FMT minus 90° cos 2 pi FCT minus 90°. If we add S1T and S2T, we get the SSB-SC modulated wave ST having a lower sideband, and if we subtract S2T from S1T, we get SSB-SC modulated wave ST having an upper sideband. Hence, by properly choosing the polarities of inputs at summer block, we will get SSB-SC wave having an upper sideband or a lower sideband. Now moving toward the frequency spectrum. This is the spectrum of message signal and this is the spectrum of DSB-SC wave, and the third one is the spectrum of DSB-SC with only USB transmitters, which is nothing, the SSB-SC signal with upper sidebands. And the fourth one is the spectrum of DSB-SC with only LSB transmitters, which is nothing but also SSB-SC signal with only LSB. Now detection of SSB-SC. The process of extracting an original signal from SSB-SC wave is known as detection or demodulation of SSB-SC. Coherent detector is used for demodulating SSB-SC wave. So in coherent detector, the same carrier signal which is used for generating SSB-SC wave is used to detect the message signal. Hence this process of detection is called as coherent or synchronous detection. Following is the block diagram of coherent detector. In this process, the message signal can be extracted from SSB-SC wave by multiplying it with a carrier having the same frequency and the phase of the carrier used in SSB-SC modulation. The resulting signal is then passed through a low pass filter. The output of this filter is the desired message signal. Consider the following SSB-SC wave having a lower sideband ST is equal to AM/AC by 2 into cos 2 by FC minus FMT. The output of the local oscillator is CT is equal to AC cos 2 by FCT. From the figure we can write the output of product modulator as Vt is equal to St into Ct. Substituting St and Ct values in the above equation, we get Vt is equal to Am Ac by 2 into cos 2 pi Fc minus Fmt into Ac cos 2 pi Fct. On further simplifying this, we get Vt is equal to Am Ac square by 4 into cos 2 pi Fmt plus Am Ac square by 4 cos 2 pi into twice of Fc minus Fmt. In the above equation, the first term is the scaled version of the message signal. It can be extracted by passing the above signal through a low pass filter. Therefore, the output of low pass filter is V0t is equal to Am Ac square by 4 into cos 2 pi Fmt. Here the scaling factor is Ac square by 4. We can use the same block diagram for demodulating SSBSC wave having an upper sideband. Therefore, we get the same demodulated output in both the cases by using coherent detector. Okay, so that's all for today's session, and thanks for watching the video.